My pension is important. My name is Jesse Hernandez. I work at University of California, Riverside as a senior cook. I've been working at the university for 11 years. I started working at UCR because of the good benefits and pension plans. As a cook, I provide vital services that make the University of California work. My pension will enable me to live independently, afford health care, and continue to contribute to society. UC workers on every campus and medical center stand united against cuts to our retirement benefits. These cuts could hurt recruitment and retention of staff, and the cuts would force low-wage workers to retire in poverty. What we are asking for is a secure, affordable retirement for all workers. Retirement with dignity. When I retire after 37 years of service, I will live off a pension of $1,600 per month, which is not much, more like a minimum wage. Our opponents are certainly going to portray the public pension system as broken and in need of reform. The facts don't back that up. Our opponents would also have you believe that our members are receiving lavish pensions at no cost. The reality is that members receive on average just $19,000 per year in pension benefits, while members' contributions and investments return pay 70 to 80% of the total cost.
I too do not get $100,000 a year. I get under $1,800 a month. That's what I get. I worked 25 years. I went to work every day, showed up every day, took care of my job. This was part of my wage package. This was the promise to me. If you stay here and you work for us, I had 2 kids, I was a single mom. This was security for me. This is my retirement. I do not live in a house, that's worth $500,000. My house was built in the mid-50s. I'm comfortable in it, but I have a swamp cooler for a cooler, wall heater for a heater. There are not too many of those around anymore. So I'm not living high on the hog. It does allow me to go out and do volunteer work, a little bit of that, because I like to spread the word just like today. But most of us are not in the $100,000 club. And if I didn't have my CalPERS retirement, I hate to think of where I would be.
I didn't go into teaching for the money, as shown by my first year's contract of $5,050, and that was $5,050 a year, not a month. I went into education because in the 7th grade, I had a great band director at Redlands Junior High, and I wanted to bring music to kids the way that Mr. Iverson brought it to me. As luck would have it, 10 years later, I found myself being the band director at Redlands Junior High. I stayed in Redlands my entire career. Thanks to a master's degree and 40 years of teaching, I wound up at the top of the Redlands salary scale. Because, again, of those 40 years and my extreme old age, I retired with a pension that was almost equal to my final salary. But believe me, it's a far cry from the $100,000 that the media, out-of-state billionaires, and anti-public pension people talk about at great length.
I'm currently 36 years old, but when I was 33, I got an infection in my knee, and that resulted in a total knee replacement. And at 33, with a total knee replacement, that usually does not work well in the fire service. I was off work for almost 2 years, fighting to get back. And at one point, the city offered me the chance. They said, "You're never going to make it back as a firefighter. Would you like to be a civilian employee with the city, and you'll change pensions from public safety CalPERS to a non-safety CalPERS?" And of course, I took it because I had to provide for my family. And I worked very hard and proved that I could make it back and passed all the tests and made it back to public safety. And I'm back on the floor, and I'm very proud of the fact. But I don't think people realize that I don't know a single firefighter who has retired who is not injured, has some long-term chronic injury, whether it's a back, a knee, a shoulder, or cancer. I mean, we have friends every year who die in their 30s and 40s from job-related cancer. I mean, like my friend said about teachers, we didn't become firefighters to make a lot of money. We became firefighters because we love the excitement, we love helping people, and we love that camaraderie team environment. That's what draws us to this profession. All the years during the 90s, we all continue to contribute our employee-mandated contributions to our pension fund. The local governments got pension holidays. They didn't have to contribute. We continue to contribute because we have to. We shouldn't be held, we shouldn't be penalized now because now the economy is falling apart because of Wall Street and the housing market, and now the local governments have to contribute their portions. I mean, these were portions that they all agreed upon, in the last 50 years. They've all agreed that they would pay this. Don't make the people who sacrifice their own lives and welfare for the citizens, the local government, and the state, we shouldn't be penalized.